Hello, everybody. Welcome back for another episode of the Fit 40 podcast. Now, if you have noticed, this is Thursday episode and Wednesday didn't have one. And that is because we're going back to the regular schedule. I apologize, guys. This was a very fun experiment just to see what I was capable of. And honestly, that is necessary sometimes when you guys get into a rut, when you feel like you're not able to do as much as you want to. Sometimes it's fun to challenge yourself and just be like, okay, so when it comes to workouts, for example, if you're only getting 2 or 3 a week, see how many weeks you can go in a row, making yourself get to 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever. Now, is that ideal? No, but it is fun to see okay, what am I actually capable of compared to how I feel what I'm capable of? And doing those little spurts here and there is always a good little refresher. So yeah, it just was one of those things that I wanted to try. I wanted to see how it was. And at the end of the day, gigantic stressor, and it was starting to cause the show to suffer as far as quality is concerned. I wasn't able to prepare as thoroughly as I want to, and also just a pain in the ass. I was literally up at 10, 11 o'clock last night because I totally forgot to upload it. And yeah, and also on top of that, you guys, I have no doubt there are people who are like, all right, I barely listened to 2, let alone 5. So again, back to the regularly scheduled program and going to bring the quality back up. So what are we talking about today? Today, we're going to be talking about something that's kind of similar to that, which is planning for basically when times are not ideal. And this is specifically for the type of people that right now are kind of stuck in a rut, not really working out, not really paying attention to nutrition, kind of just surviving, not really thriving, and just trying to get through the holidays. So when it comes to being in this specific type of situation, you want to focus on, okay, right now, accept the fact that there's a lot of stuff going on. There's busy times of the year hitting us right now when it comes to job stuff. I know my dad was a UPS driver for over 40 years. This time of the year was absolutely nuts. Pretty much working 12, 14-hour days. And yeah, not ideal. And there are other industries just like that where it is just absolutely nuts. So accepting the fact that that is a thing, that is a factor, what can we do instead? And for a lot of people, it comes down to getting the bare minimum. And for many people, that bare minimum is 1 or 2 workouts a week and trying to get a semi-decent meal, whether you are eating out, whether you are cooking at home, whether you are getting something ordered in at work, it doesn't matter. Anything is better than nothing. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with the allergies today, but I'll push through. I'll power through. But yeah, it comes down to accepting the fact that this is what it is for however long going forward. So with that in mind, what do we do? All right. So when it comes to somebody starting completely fresh, my simple method when it comes to just getting in some sort of a routine around fitness is basically just starting with 10 minutes. 10 minutes a day, do a walk, just 10 minutes, because everybody can somehow manage 10 minutes, whether that's in the morning, right before hopping in the car, just do a lap around the block, or during lunchtime if you're able to eat and then go for a 10-minute walk right before going back to work. Or maybe you could walk while you're taking your lunch on the go if you have a sandwich or a burrito or something like that. Or at nighttime, once you get home from work, before you wind down, before you get into that comfy position on the couch, make a deal with yourself that, hey, I'm going to go for a walk, or I'm going to walk around the house, up and down the stairs for just 10 minutes and set a timer on your watch. Okay. That level of showing up for yourself is going to help a ton, because every single day you're checking that box, I'm doing something good for myself. I'm doing something good. And who cares if it's not some hour-long brutal workout that you can brag about on social media? Who cares? Okay. This is about getting into a better position. And then once you get to that 10-minute walk, then you can go to a 20-minute walk and say, okay, well, 10 minutes was doable. Let's see if we can do 20. Kind of like how I was doing with the podcast. It's okay, I can do this. Why don't we try and up it and see how that goes? And then if you can do 20 minutes, then awesome. Do that 20 minutes and keep that in the routine. So it's okay, 20 minutes a day, 6-7 days a week. Okay, that is getting, what would that be? 7 days a week, 20 minutes would be 140 minutes. So basically we're only 10 minutes off from the recommended 150 minutes of exercise a week. So a couple extra minutes here and there, or just do a long walk on one of those days if you can. Awesome. We have checked that box. And then once you get to the point where you do that super consistently and you want to take it up a notch and really start focusing on building some muscle, feeling a lot better, being able to move a little bit easier. That's when we start incorporating things like a 20-minute workout. Pick 4 moves, something pushing, something pulling, something for your legs, and something for your abs, and do all 4 of those for 20 minutes in a circuit. And then try and do more weight, do more reps, do more rounds over time, and that will help you do all those things. Build the muscle, improve your cardio, and all that good stuff. And then once you've got that down, then you can do a longer workout if you so choose. But just to let you know, based on experience with the Fit 40 clients, the most successful right now are all the people doing the 20-minute program, because it's really hard to say, can't do it today because it's only 20 minutes. So you can get a lot of really, really good results. And I'm talking about people who have lost, off the top of my head, like I have a couple of people off the top of my head, like Tanya, if you listen to her podcast back, I think it was 2-3 weeks ago, she lost somewhere around the ballpark of 26 pounds in like 3 months doing the 20-minute workouts. And Samantha also did the 20-minute workouts, and her kids joined in with her, so it was like a family affair. She lost 20 pounds doing that, and I think 18 or 19 total inches off her body. And these are just like the most recent clients. Like there are some clients who have been at this for years. Like I know Kristen comes to mind if you've listened to her podcast. She, right now, I think we're at like 27 pounds down as far as fat's concerned. And we've also added about like 20 pounds of muscle, which is absurd. So talk about a full 180 on just 20 minutes. Okay. So the reason I'm harping on this is because even when it's really hard, even when times are tough and there's no time to be spent, everybody usually has 20 minutes. Okay. And if you can do a walk, if you can do something during that time, it can literally change your life. It doesn't need to be this gigantic hour-long kill yourself workout. It could just be that 20 minutes, and you will reap all of those amazing rewards and improve your health significantly. All right. So that's like when times are tough. Now imagine when times get easier. You're going to be able to crank it up a notch. You're going to be able to do an hour-long workout if you want to. You're going to be able to go for more long walks. You're going to be able to get faster results because you're able to put in more work and you're reaping all the benefits. But you need to start when times are busy. You need to start when times are tough, because if you can master that instead of falling completely off the wagon, if you can figure out, okay, what do I need to do to make some sort of progress during these times so that way I crank it up a notch when my schedule frees up, that's where the long-term success happens, because you never go backwards. You're always just temporarily hitting the pause button, or you're creeping forward towards your goals instead of going completely backwards, regaining all the weight, getting out of shape, and feeling like shit about yourself. All right, so let's not do that. Now, if you need some help with that, we have the Staying Active Challenge in the Fit 40 family that's going to be starting this upcoming Monday, 11/11. I apologize if you're listening after the fact, but definitely get into the Fit 40 family so you don't miss out on these monthly challenges that are totally free. Okay, you're going to have an activity tracker, you're going to have all the community support, and you're going to be able to win some prizes. So highly recommend getting your butt in there. And also, I have to mention this because I'm super duper proud of how it turned out. Okay, I am bringing back metabolic assessments. So basically what that is if you're a listener of the podcast or you're a member of the Fit 40 family, you have the opportunity to take advantage of a full metabolic assessment. And what that is you and me talk about exactly what you're doing as far as burning the most calories possible, like optimizing your metabolism and making sure you're putting yourself in the best position that you possibly can, and coming up with a roadmap on exactly what to do, how to do it, and everything in between. So if you guys want to take advantage of that, then I'll drop the link in the description, in the show notes, wherever you're watching or listening, and you could check that out. But also, go ahead and check out the challenge in the Fit 40 family, because that's also going to be a whole lot of fun. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope that you found this helpful. And before we listen to the next podcast episode coming up, be sure to get that 10-minute walk in a couple of times before Monday. All right. I will see you guys next time. But until then, go kick some ass. See you later.